this problem, we want to find the absolute extrema of the function on the closed interval. So we got f of x is equal to 2x to the third minus 3x squared minus 36x plus 6 on an interval from -6 to 2. Well, first thing we need to do is find our derivative. So all of these are x to a power, so they're all the same way. Take your power, put it out in front, lower it by 1. Minus 3, take your power, put it out in front, lower it by 1. Minus, and then 36x becomes just 36, and 6 drops away. So that gives us 6x squared minus 6x minus 36 equal to 0. Well, I sort of skipped a step. Okay. Next step, set that equal to 0. So we got 6x squared minus 6x minus 36 equal to 0. And I want to solve it. Our first method we do is GCF. I see they're all divisible by 6, so I can factor out a 6. And that gives us x squared minus x minus 6 is equal to 0. Now this is the PSD method. So this factors as x minus 3 times x plus 2 equal to 0. Zero factor property. You get 0 on one side, you factor the other side, you set each factor equal to 0. So I'll set x minus 3 equal to 0, and x plus 2 is equal to 0, which gives us x equals 3 and x is equal to negative 2. But we only want to keep the critical values that's in our range of values. We're only looking between negative 6 and 2. Now 3 is not in that range of values. 3 is greater than 2, so we'll cross that one off. Negative 2. Negative 2 is between negative 6 and 2, so we're going to keep that one. Now we're going to plug in our endpoints. So we'll plug in negative 6, we'll plug in the negative 2, and we'll plug in the positive 2. So again, we're plugging in both endpoints, and we're plugging in a critical value we kept, critical number. Now we're going to plug those back into our original function, so I'm going to be a little bit lazy about this. I'm going to plug those in my calculator. So press y equals, clear. We got 2x to the third. So 2x to the third minus 3x squared minus 36x plus 6. Now I want to go make sure that my table setup is correct. So I'm going to do second window to go into table setup. And we want independent to say ask. If it doesn't already say ask, down arrow to that line, right arrow, put your flashing cursor on the ask and press enter one time. Now we're going to go into the second graph to go into table. Now press delete to clean out those old ones. And we're plugging in negative 6, enter, negative 2, enter, 2, enter. Well, negative 6 gives us y is equal to negative 318. The negative 2 gives us y is equal to 50. And the positive 2 gives us y is equal to negative 62. Now looking at our y values, our smallest y value, which is a negative 318, that's going to be our absolute min. So our absolute min is negative 6, negative 318. Our largest y value, which is the 50, that's going to be our absolute max. So our absolute max will be negative 250. And those would be our two answers.